Hi all, greetings from Team Immortals of Meghalaya, and our team members include Ushashri, Aishwarya and I am Shashanka. Today, we will be analyzing the case of Kala Mandir and rural tourism. But before that, I will give you a snapshot of the tourism segment in India. The tourism industry plays a key role in India's GDP as it offers many economic benefits. Looking at this graph, we can clearly see that the domestic tourists have been growing at a CAGR of 16.5% and the foreign tourists have been growing at a rate of 10.1% from 2008 to 2012. Rural tourism connects people from diverse backgrounds, and the objective of rural tourism is to promote rural lifestyle and culture to tourists. And a few surveys have also suggested that the rural tourism segment will grow at a rate of 25 to 30% in the coming years. Looking at the stakeholders involved, firstly we have the government of India, because tourism contributes to a major chunk of India's GDP. And then we have rural community, because they get maximum out of this rural tourism because it creates sustainable employment opportunity. Then in tourists, they get to experience the rural lifestyle. Then we have promoters who promote tourism in villages, and they also aid in village development. Then investors, they are also interested in this segment because it's becoming a viable segment. Then we have NGOs, because they have better access to masses and they can approach investors easily to create and help creating awareness and visibility. So, looking at the case of Kala Mandir, it was started in 1985 and to promote various Indian art forms, and it started working on Amajobi, an art village, in the year 2008. The initiatives of Kala Mandir are, it promoted dance forms through dance festivals such as Santal and Ho, and it has also documented the rich Indian art forms and culture. Amajobi has also started the healthcare centers, internet parlor and a departmental center to facilitate tourists. The earnings from rural tourism are also shared along with the villagers. Looking at the problem at hand, the main problem which Amajobi is facing is the constant flow of tourists throughout the year, and also there are future plans of developing a new site and a Jamshedpur heritage store and linking the two sites. Also, generating a mass awareness is expensive, and it's also considering looking into various marketing options. Looking at the rural tourism aspects specific to Kala Mandir, firstly, if you look at the product part, in the current scenario, it's based on concept selling, and the tourists get a feel of the rural lifestyle. In the future scenario, it has to be based on experience selling, and you must involve the tourists to participate in the local activities. Visibility. If you see the visibility, there is a lack of visibility because of the lack of proper communication. So, you must first sell the region before selling the product, and also you must give a snapshot of the rural lifestyle to the urban villagers and the tourists. In infrastructure, in the current scenario, accessibility is an issue because of the lack of proper roads. Also, they don't have proper lodging and sanitation facilities. So, it should develop essential infrastructure while preserving the rural ecosystem. And in the environment, Amajobi is famous for its social environment and culture. However, it lacks proper maintenance staff who would take care of removal of garbage. So, it must develop and preserve natural hotspots such as parks and waterfalls, etc. Based on the customer survey, so there is a customer insight which we've got. So, we have segmented them based on the needs and the attitudes, and we have mapped those two. So, we propose to target the price sensitive and the experience segment.
After looking at all the target markets, we now need to prepare a marketing plan to target these people. In the problem statement, there were 3 marketing plans. First being the traditional marketing, secondly the social media marketing, and thirdly an optimum mix of both. We go for the third option, that is an optimum mix of both. In our marketing plan, the first thing that we are going to cater to is the website. Currently the Kala Mandir website needs a revamp in the aesthetic sense. It needs to make the website more attractive and add a lot more content to attract more users. Secondly, we need to include more services on the website. Services like booking, reservation, accepting donations, feedback mechanisms, order taking, etc. Also, we need to focus on community building on the website itself. We can initiate discussion forums, we can connect lone travelers before tours, and we can allow all the stakeholders to communicate on one platform. All this helps in making the website for the Kala Mandir very attractive, it will attract more people, it will reduce the manpower required, and it will however need an upfront cost to set up the website in that manner. Coming to the traditional marketing, here we need to market the experience. In terms of that, first thing we need to look at the print media. Kala Mandir can focus on national and regional dailies, it can release regular newsletters, and it can invite articles from all over the country, as well as it can have competitions on print media. Coming to TVCs and radio, they generate a lot of, they have a huge reach in the masses who do not subscribe to newspapers. Now TVCs and radios, though expensive, have their own benefits because of reach and attraction. We need a powerful brand ambassador and make the content extremely rich and pro towards rural development. Coming to banners, brochures and hoardings, they need to project villages as a wonderful tourist destination. The content, the attractiveness, the aesthetics has to be perfect, as well as placement. These must be present on all the bus stands, railway stations and entry points of the cities for maximum reach. Lastly, data is very important. Taking surveys through all mediums is important. This data must be collated, patterns can be made out, and we can send trends and trivia to the public. Coming to social media marketing. Social media marketing is extremely important looking at the target segments. Now social media marketing has a lot of objectives. First one being, it has to bridge the knowledge gap. It has to project rural tourism as a financially viable and an exotic tourist spot. And however, it has several challenges. First thing, it has to be very regular and attractive for it to be effective, and it will require again an upfront cost, a creative team which will take care of this. Social media marketing can be done via Facebook, where it will involve mass communication and it will encourage visitors to share their experience and conduct competitions on Facebook. Apart from that, videos are extremely powerful these days, and YouTube is definitely a very good social media tool. Also, blogging can be encouraged, also not only on the Facebook page but also on Kala Mandir's website. So that was the marketing plan. Now how does Kala Mandir project itself to the investors? Because it is definitely going to need funds. By opening a new site for rural tourism, it opens up several avenues of investment, public-private and public-private partnership in terms of highways, hotels, travel agencies, roads, railways, etc. Sources of funds, it can bank upon grants of Government of India, investors, sponsorships, it can charge premium from the niche market as well as bank loans. Third thing that it can do is it can bank on its partnerships. It can partner with the Government of India in case of funding to generate more employment and conduct better countryside art exhibitions. It can promote it can collaborate with corporates to promote rural tourism as a part of CSR. It can partner with educational institutions for awareness programs. It can pool resources for internship. It can introduce a mandatory credit system for students to be involved in these initiatives. It can partner with Incredible India to increase its scope in terms of tours and visibility, as well as its partnership with NGOs for generating funds and encouraging adoption of villages. Lastly, we want our ideas to be sustainable. In terms of sustainability, financially, there is a revenue generation due to these initiatives, as well as local businessmen will be benefited. In terms of environment, the cap on the number of tourists is going to ensure responsible tourism. Socially, it is very sustainable because A, it provides a sustainable livelihood. Also, it improves the education and health of the community. Northeast is a wonderful market here. It's an untapped market. Kala Mandir can definitely cap on this, and it can collaborate with northeasttourism.com to introduce consumers to this region and help in the development of this region as well. That's all from Team Immortals of Meghalaya. Thank you.